Okay guys, we're back. What we're going to do now, we're going to, after he's been washed and he's dried and everything, we're going to take this this Gretchen green again and we're going to apply some onto a dry brush. Just pick any. I like to use a fairly, as you can see this one's pretty well, it's just about stuffed really, but I still like using it for dry brushing. It's got good nice soft bristles and just does the job really well. So I'm going to use this brush, but I mean it's up to you what your tastes in how you in brushes and with dry brushing and stuff. It's so I'm just going to get most of this paint off. So basically what we're going to do, we're just going to hit his fleshed areas over with the dry brush. Now what I like to do, I like to get his arms and legs, and then when the paint's just about gone off the brush, that's when I like to come up to his head, because that's where all the nice detail is, and that's what you want to preserve the most. You really want to preserve that detail in his head. That's just something that I do. It's a personal preference, but something I find works really well. I just need a little more. A lot of people think I'm a bit strange dry brushing with a foundation paint, but it just seems to, when you use it as a dry brush like I'm doing, it just seems to go on the model so well, and it doesn't, because it is a little bit thicker, the foundation paints and stuff like that. It doesn't seem to, if you do put a little bit too much on your brush, it won't run in and destroy all those nice detailed pieces that you've washed and highlighted. It's up to you how far you want to go with the dry brushing. I like to go to a point where it actually looks like you haven't dry brushed it, if that makes sense. A lot of people dry brush and then they sort of leave it at that, but if you keep going, the paint will apply into these raised areas and leave the recessed areas. It'll sort of blend its way into the recessed areas a little bit as well, so it's not just like a slap of paint onto the raised areas. Somehow it just seems to, if you keep going for a bit, it blends itself, and then the ridges and the higher parts get a little bit more paint, so when I come back with a highlight later, it's a lot easier to get hold of the paint. Something like that. Let's have a look here. Okay, so this is focusing. Is it something along those lines? You don't want to spend all day on these guys, because the kroot, you got to paint a friggin' lot of them. But at the same in saying that, you want the time that you do spend on them, you want quality time. You want them to look good. So, okay. The next step, what I do here is I'll hit. I'm going to hit him with a little bit of bleach bone. So a little bit the bleach bone onto a CD and a little bit of foundation. I just want to lighten that foundation just ever so slightly, not too much. But I want to bring it, I do a lot of my paint on my hand. I painted, so, and you want this lot of dry brushing has to be a lot lighter. And basically all you want to do is hit the raised areas. You don't want to be what you were doing before and slapping it on him the previous, because you may as well say that the first lot of dry brushing you do is the foundation of his skin and the textures and stuff. So this you just want to hit ever so slightly on the raised areas like that. Now the weird one, people always say this is weird. I'm going to take some golden yellow. I haven't washed my brush. I'm just going to take the tiniest dab of golden yellow. I'm going to blend that around with the paint that's already sort of in the brush. There's not a lot of paint on the brush because you've dry brushed your model, but it just ever so slightly hit the raised areas with the golden yellow. Now what this is going to do, this is going to give him that, it gives him the effect that the skin has the different levels in it, like the different, when your skin's in the sun, you notice how, like if you look at a hand and it's in the sun, like up here is all nice and bright and down here goes into a darker recessed area, but you see right up into here where the light is, it's giving off a much brighter appearance, and that's basically the effect that you're trying to get on your model, as if he's almost real, I suppose. And that's it. That's pretty much his skin done. We've been going for 6 minutes here, but that's pretty much. The yellow is not noticeable on there, but when you actually look at the model, it definitely makes a difference. Orcs, I do it to my orcs and stuff like that as well. So it just seems to go nice with the green skin tones, and as I said, it gives that appearance that, you know, he's got that sheen coming off him. Okay.